So here's our old one here. I don't know, these probably weigh, I don't know, 150 grams, so compared to quality ones. So the sound difference is like amazing. You can't really show sound difference on video. It's a bit of a bummer, but that's all done. Like, it's going to take you 10-15 minutes a door card to do. Speaker goes straight in. Super easy upgrade. What we'll do is we'll try and package these up for people. So we have like a bass, mid, and a high. So the package. So for your vehicle, just to the speakers, or to the speakers in an amp, or the speakers amp and a sub. That's how we'll build them out, and hopefully give you guys some cranking sounds. So here we have our 6.5 inch Toyota speaker. So it's a high spec quality speaker, built for direct Toyota replacement. So a lot of Toyota cars will have like 6x9s and or like 6.5s in the front and back. And we're talking about sort of like Land Cruisers and your Utes, sort of Land Cruisers, Hilux, whatnot. Now the 6x9s, they're in the front, will normally be a component one, and I won't be talking about that in this video. But if you have the 6.5s that are components, so obviously the tweeter is built into the speaker there instead of being up a high, then here's our direct replacement. So we're just going to cover this for doing an upgrade. Obviously you have your door trim here. That pulls out, there's no screw in there. This is a 2011 200 series. Normally there'll be a screw somewhere. Let's get your trim tools, nosy round. So I just pop that bit of plastic off of a trim tool. You see there's like a Phillips head in there, and that'll probably be the only one. And then the whole door panel, pretty straightforward really. I use a trim tool, and our speaker kits will actually include the proper door one, but you can see if I just give it a few tugs on my hand, all the clips actually come off, and that's how you take it off. And you can see the clips are in there, just those little white clips. So all you are making sure is that you've just taken off any screws that you have. So this 200 series just has that, I believe, so that's all we have to take off. So I took that Phillips out of there. Now if you come around with the bottom, just give it a few pulls. If it ever feels that it's like stuck on something, down the bottom here, pop that out and just unplug this, just a little plug on there that will pull out, push down and pull that out. Fairly straightforward. Now if you ever get to a point, this is just in general, and you're taking it off and you're like, seems a bit stuck, always just do double check that you have taken off all the screws and whatnot, because you don't want to be breaking something. So on these it was a bit hard, and so I see this trim panel pops off too. Now this is plastic, cars are old, it's hot in Australia, take it easy on them. The beers will still be cold at the end. So you can almost get to these without even taking the complete thing off, but you can see there's two Phillips head screws in there, 1, 2. So we're going to take both like those off. So when you're doing that, correct way would actually be get your trim tool in the back here, pop like this out first, take that plug out obviously, and then get your trim tool into here, and I'll work this out because this has tabs on it holding under there, and then this whole bit of trim will pop off as well. Yeah, so majority of cars will have a screw in there, and there'll be a screw over down here or in the handle somewhere. And then when you get to the top, just need to lift it up. It's been in there for years, so just take it easy. You're going to have the cables for the handle. Depending how you go, you can normally just sort of rest those on something, and you don't have to pop them out. If you do pop them out, they're pretty straightforward. They just sort of lift out of there, so you turn this thing on an angle. So obviously pop that out of there, comes out, put that on an angle, and then it just comes out of there. So it all comes out fairly easy. That one's out too. Green's on the bottom, and there we go. Look, that's what we were looking for here. So not half bad in there, Toyota. I've got a bit of deadening in there too, pretty good. So here's our speaker here. So you can see this isn't even a component. So you can see this isn't even a coaxial speaker. You can see this is just like a driver, just a woofer. There's nothing in there. So that's why people in the back always turn it down. So that's basically it. This here comes unplugged when you push in these clips, and you pull that out, and you got your free screws to take out the speaker. So there you go. Unplug that. Take off your free screws. That pulls out. You can feel the weight of these, of how much quality they are in them, but hey, it's just a factory speaker. They're not after great sound. And we've tried to pretty much make it as easy as possible. So the problem is, if you don't buy what we've designed here and put it all into one, is you got to go and get the speaker, get the spacer, get some foam, and get the plug adapter. It's really a bit of a pain. So basically turn this around to your plugs at the top again. That just sits in there. and then plug your speaker in. Check if it's working. That's literally how easy it is. Awesome upgrade for any 6.5 inch there in the back. So awesome. The sound quality compared to the old one, it's like 0 out of 10. Wasn't too hard to be better than the factory one. But anyway, put everything back in reverse. 3 screws in. Everything back on. These back on. When you put the door trim in, tuck it in first in the top and put it down, and then clip it in. So you clip from the top to the bottom, exactly the way you did it, but in reverse. So just putting it all back in. Make sure you just have these cables, you can get to them, obviously for the top up here and your light down the bottom. Top goes in first, screws go back on. You can honestly just come around like that and just give everything a good push in, because that's going to put all your clips back in. Then obviously everything in reverse. So this here is going to go on. Again, treat plastic nicely. Cars are old. The plastic can get brittle over time, but the stuff's actually pretty good. Again, it all just pops in. Pretty straightforward. Light in the bottom, don't forget that one. That's the whole thing done. So that's pretty easy to put some new speakers in your vehicle there. Try and make it as easy as possible for you.